Testing is supposed to be the crown jewel of your cybersecurity strategy. A calm, controlled evaluation where white hat hackers identify your weaknesses, give you a neat little report, and you ride off into the sunset with a stronger security posture. That's the fantasy. The reality? It's absolute chaos.
Everyone says that. Like, even for me, I told someone I'd like to have my own pen testing company, just go around here breaking into company stuff and selling, whatever information I need to legally. He was like, yeah, good luck. It's hard to break in, and it's like a race to the bottom. That's what he described it as, because you're always gonna have some shit.
The moment the test starts, it's less Ocean's 11 and more actual dumpster fire rolling downhill into a fireworks warehouse. It all begins with the scope document, that mythical artifact that's supposed to define exactly what the pentesters are allowed to test. Except here's the catch. No one's actually read the scope. Not the dev team, not the testers, and definitely not the person who signed off on it. One page says, test everything. The next says, do not touch production, staging, UAT, APIs, login endpoints, or anything user-facing. So basically, test the favicon. Unless that's out of scope too. Day 1 kicks off with a Zoom meeting that somehow involves 8 people, 3 of whom don't speak, 1 who is muted the entire time, and the one project manager who insists this should be pretty straightforward. That's the same person who swears nothing has changed since last year's test. Meanwhile, the testers are Googling your company and already finding 3 new public assets that were never mentioned in the scope. Your infrastructure evolved faster than your documentation. Then comes the first real challenge. Access, or more accurately, the complete lack of it. The pentesters are told they'll be testing your internal web portal. Only no one remembered to give them VPN access or even a working URL.
I mean, it looks like a lot of it is just bad communication by you and the fucking client you're working with. Like it sounds like being a programmer, but the reverse end. Because you know how when you're programming, you gotta kind of program with the end in mind. So each thing you tell the client is kind of catered so they don't reach out to you midway, like, "Hey, how's the project going?" Because like projects can't get done in the time frame a client wants it 90% of the time. So, you kind of just sleazy with the words. I feel like that's what pen testing is, like, but you're breaking into things. So, it's you don't want to say sleazy, you're kind of like sleazy.
A Slack message goes out. Hey, do we need to whitelist their IPs? Panic sets in. 5 hours later, someone finally gets access.
We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it!
To the staging environment that doesn't match production at all. But hey, at least the login form works, kinda. As the testing begins, real bugs start surfacing, and this is where it all really starts to fall apart. A critical SQL injection is found on the admin panel. A stored XSS is hiding inside a help desk widget. Testers drop POC after POC, and the internal team is now in full hotfix mode. Devs are rushing to patch things mid-test. Not with actual fixes, but with band-aids. Someone hardcodes a filter into the front end. Another person blocks the pentester's IP. And in one incredible act,
Yeah, that must be annoying because like they're doing all the fucking job that they need to as the employees to like stop hacking or stop people from coming into your device and shit. And you're just sitting there working like, yo, fucking employees is annoying. I'm just trying to work.
act of
Like,
genius, someone just disables the entire endpoint. The thought process? If they can't reach it, they can't hack it. That's not security. That's hiding the broken window by boarding up the whole house. Meanwhile, everyone's timelines start slipping. What was supposed to be a 5-day engagement is now on day 7 because someone restarted the server in the middle of a scan and forgot to tell the testers. Emails are flying. Jira tickets are spawning
yo, day 7 is the developer. Like, why did I do this to myself?
like gremlins. The testers are chill, they've seen worse, but the devs are now in war room mode, fixing things on prod at 2 a.m. while praying no one triggers the Slack pager. And then comes the report review, the most dramatic Zoom call of them all. The pen testers walk through the findings, calmly explaining how an insecure direct object reference gave them access to user data. The dev team immediately gets defensive. That endpoint isn't used anymore, the security engineer sighs. Then why is it exposed on prod? Legal gets involved. Marketing wants to know if any customer data was accessed. The CISO, he's asking why this wasn't found in the last test. The answer, it didn't exist in the
Yo, dog, I'm telling you, it's just a battle of like, cause think of it like this: pen testers are basically like, you know how the food industry have like food inspectors? They're like food inspectors for programmers. Like, if some shit goes down and the pen tester finds out, niggas just looking at the dev team like, yo, dude, like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? That's why it's funny.
The last test. Because back then, you weren't using a third party vendor with hard coded AWS keys in the repo. The team debates severity ratings like it's a game show. Is that really critical? I mean, the database only has internal stuff. Yes, that internal stuff includes access tokens, environment variables, and 300K rows of customer support chats. One dev argues the bug is only exploitable if someone already has access. You know, like the tester, who now has access. Finally, the test is over. The pen testers pack up their tools and hand over the Holy Grail, the PDF report, 40 pages, filled with findings, screenshots, reproduction steps, and recommendations. It's gold, it's actionable, it's going straight into a SharePoint folder no one will ever open again. That's if it even gets uploaded. One version is sent to compliance. Another version is sanitized for the execs. And the actual dev team, they're told, will prioritize fixes in the next sprint. Spoiler, the next sprint is about building a new feature, not fixing bugs that don't have an SLA tied to them. Speaking of hackers pulling off ridiculous stunts, here's something even dumber. Most of them are broke. Why? Because they waste time watching random tutorials that teach them everything except how to actually make money. You know, like the folks pulling in $1,000, $5,000.
Bet you it's an ad to his program showing that he's teaching hackers. It's a lucky guess.
Even 10,000 into payouts. That's exactly what we break down inside Cyberflow's Academy.
Anyways, please like and comment. I have my Twitch in the bio below, and I'd love for you guys to support my channel. Thank you.